Hello, good afternoon. We are going now to see the game of the day and make some analysis of the round. Uh, well, our player Fernandez in board 2 of the plus 50. We just lost on time that position where he had some chances, but his time problems again frustrate him and has betrayed him again, and maybe has lost chances of getting winning this tournament. Now he is in a must-win position of in the last two rounds to try to at least achieve these first places. Sturu and Barlow they draw their game as so White cannot manage to take some advantage of the bishop pair against those knights, and after changing the white square's bishop, black just managed to go with the knight to c4, where probably the knight can go to d6 and even to e4 or something near that, and feeling that maybe something can happen near his king, to option for a draw, and that was accepted. He keeps leading the tournament, but now he has the join of Kate Harkle that win his game with black in that Karaoke that we have seen in the morning, and he just managed to get his a pawn advantage into a full point, and in the fourth court Bruno draw against Pritchett. So now and in the fifth quarter also a draw. So now we have Kate Hartel and Sturua both with 5 and half. So they have played together each other already. So tomorrow they will have different opponents, and let's see what we will have in these last two rounds. In the plus 50 in the board 6, it was Suat Soylu wins this game against Boris Bebchuk, and this will be the game of the day because it's very interesting to see the Black King was getting mated in the A1 square, and the game was very interesting with some tactics in the middle that we will just see in a few moments. In the plus 65, for the first time, the leader Nico Schulten lost his game today and lost the leadership to his opponent. Beznosikov is now the leader with 6 points, and then it follows Nico Schulten and Butnurius with 5.5. So and Gruzman draw it only achieves 5 points. So we are maybe tomorrow we have some game between Butnurius and Beznosikov. Will be an interesting game. The leadership is always on fight in this part. So and in the ladies, in the plus 50 ladies, Famina is still playing, but that she has winning position with an exchange more and a very dangerous basset pawn on e6 in c6. So probably she will manage to win this game against his direct opponent Strutinskaya. So she will get 6 points, if she managed to win the game, of course. And Bogomil also is playing in a difficult position with a pawn down and the rook sending, but she maybe can probably trying to achieve a draw, but that will be difficult. So probably for Mina, if he wins this game, can be the can have a lead with 1 point ahead of Kasashvili that wins against Medvikova and make 5 points. See? And in the plus 65, Nona Gaprinashvili did not manage to win his game against Kozlovskaya, so she is not able to return to first place. So Kozlovskaya is now with 5.5. Nona has 5 points, and the other leader, uh, Sifanskaya, sorry, has win his game. So he is now leading with 6 points, then followed by Kozlovskaya with 5.5, and with Nona Gaprinashvili with 5, and Kapanova is still playing with the chance of also made 5 points because yes, probably yes, she will win this game because she has a bishop up and winning position. So today we have, like I told you, we have some very interesting games, but the game of the day that we choose was the game on board 6 of the plus 50 between Soylu and Boris Bebchuk. Okay, so let's take a look at to this game. It was a Karokan, okay, 4, C6, D4, D5, knight C3, this bishop B5, F5, bishop C6, H4, H6, all of this is quite known, is theoretical, and now just this knight D7, H5, bishop H7, and bishop E3. And here, okay, it's this is quite normal position, nothing happens. Queen takes, now knight F6 is option, and now bishop D2. Okay, it's quite normal here. Another option sometimes can be bishop F4 to just trying to take control, but even here, black has somehow many times some chances of queen a5 check, and if white just play bishop d2, black just go to c7, and with some inversions here in the position. Also, another option is here knight e4, and it's just black taking, queen takes, now knight f6, queen e2, and this e6. And okay, this variation is quite solid for black also. White has some squares. Sometimes white just trying one like this, and now with big castle, queen c7, and now this sometimes this c4 move, black just castle and goes here bishop c3. And the point in this kind of positions, white will place up this knight to e5 and try to make some pressure here, and some endings. White is just trying to play this bishop against this knight because of this g7 h6 pawn, where white has some chances of making some pressure around these pawns and trying to just getting some advantage, but difficult. Black's position is always quite solid. For instance, it just can play some rook e8 and knight e5. At the same point, black just plays c5, and of course, white has because the bishop is dead. is threatening this f6 g7. White has some ideas of just pushing the pawns here and trying to just f4 g4 g5, creating some weakness here where this bishop will be important to attack this kind of weaknesses in the position. So we have seen this bishop d2 directly. It was okay. a6 castle, queen c7, and now knight e5. This is already an interesting move, but because maybe it's a trying in the position in the practical game. Of course, because it's humans that are playing, not computers. This is the important thing of the game. But white is just giving a pawn, and the idea is just giving this pawn, sacrificing this pawn to have open files against the black king and trying some kind of attack. And this is really where the game is just getting too interesting because black, of course, just taking. Okay, black can have some options like, for instance, just playing this bishop d6 move and f4, and no, the knight it's okay, but black can castle and some attacks that are coming and playing some c5 move quite soon, making some pressure. But I think it's normal position, this kind of stuff. So, but black took the pawn and rook a1. Okay, this is like it's okay. It's a pawn up. It's taking well. This position. What's happened here? And black just playing this queen d5, and now he's just changing, threatening to change queen. And of course, it's also threatening this a2 pawn. It made ideas on a1. But now this is the point of white's playing. White sacrifices this e5 pawn already with the idea of in this movie just playing this very interesting rook takes e6 move. Okay, I have no idea what is the evaluation of computers in this position. I don't know if this is totally correct or totally wrong. But I am maybe a little bit more to the point that I'm not sure if black just cannot hold this position. Of course, black just played this king d7, doesn't take the rook. But let's see what happens. If you just take with the queen, and now for instance rook e1, and okay, I think black is doesn't want to, was not too comfortable to play in this position because maybe she was some afraid of the coordination between queen and knight, because queen and knight it's a very effective way of attacking the position, and it's very dangerous way. So because here what, okay, black just can take this queen, and now the point of the position, if for instance this bishop e7 and then knight e5, and this is maybe why black doesn't feel too comfortable to play the position, because now this knight is very strong, this, and there are some problems in the black's position. Yeah, you can try also rook d8, but here the point is that this rook is out of play, black has some problems to develop, and maybe here it just is checking. And now you must move the king, or otherwise it's the same problem with the bishop here. It's just f5, and now you must go here, and it's just taking pawns. You're checking very active playing, so the rooks are not playing very well, and maybe this is why black doesn't want to play this position. So, and if you take with the pawn, white is just checking on g6, and now of course king e7 is bishop e4 check, and king here is losing some tempo, so he must go directly to the square. And now of course White has some moves. Well, it can, of course, it cannot check now because we just go with the king, and now the queen is not a pin. So now we must move the bishop. But where? Maybe bishop d6 is bishop f4 is an option. Bishop c3 to get this g7 pawn. Okay, but the point here is now black can maybe try some move, but the the problem is that for sure he doesn't want to play this queen and knight against this rook because somehow he's bad placed. But maybe here he just can play this bishop e7. And the point is that if you just take here, I have this rook g8 and here, and okay, now the rooks are working together, and maybe I have some rook here, and okay, the queen is somehow just moving, and okay. The problem is, if this, I'm just taking pawns, and there are too many pawns here, and some good options because white pieces are too active, and he just winning this pawn. Oh, I'm not sure if against these two rooks he can manage to just activate it, these pawns, but here there are some problems because maybe he can take and some knight g4, and now there are some pressure here. The queen is up, so he must give this check, and they just go back. Now, okay, they have some problems here because the rooks are too active, and they are maybe okay to defend this pawn because f3 is maybe a problem or not because now okay, it's easy because the g2 pawn is defended, and if he goes back now I'm well, but what to do here because now probably is just some bishop e5. Okay, and if white just manage to hang these pawns, playing some h6 to defend all these pawns, it's too many pawns here, and maybe the rooks are problems. But okay, maybe this is interesting and possible to play something like this, but for sure black doesn't feel so comfortable in the position and think that okay, I just return my pawn back, and now we must and now I'm attacking his rook, and he must change queens, otherwise if he doesn't change queens, black it's okay. So you think that here he just go, but white just play this rook e3 move, and now of course this is a problem because of all these white pieces are developed, the king is quite unsafe, and black has this h8 rook to play. The bishop still in, okay, all these pieces are in his initial squares, and the king is stuck in the middle. And now even, for instance, this check, it's a problem because it's just taking, and now you don't have a very good square for the king. This be the only move because I don't believe the king would be king c7 is an option. Bishop f4 check. Your king is just coming here and rook d8, and now you are totally pinned here. And okay, but yeah, probably he can manage to save something like this. Yeah, so maybe, but okay, maybe knight f5 is something interesting, but always this he has to take a look of this kind of positions because black is struggling, but okay, it's this h5 pawn, it's some some in under attack, and white without queen side has no direct attacks to the king. Has some advantage, but maybe black can hold the position, and that's why here I I really here I think black made a very big mistake because they just played king c7, and doesn't change the queens, it's a big mistake because he's behind in development, very behind in development, and his king is under attack, is not very defended like the white king is, and all these pieces are ready to just starting to attack this king. So I think this king c7 was really a big mistake for black, because now they just white just came with queen e2, not changing the queen and threatening a lot of things, because every pieces are ready to attack the black king. Even this knight g3 can in any moment just go to f5. So let's see. And here, of course, there are again these some threats, because I'm just trying to move my bishop somewhere. Even this rook e7 is threatening, with the idea of bishop f4, it's check, and I'm taking the queen again. So black just took on a2, and of course black is threatening mate. This is the important. But the point is that this sometimes is of course not enough, because it's white all have all these pieces on the attack, and now it starts. He plays this rook e7 move. It's strong, and this is all the point of white sacrifice, because first white sacrifices this e5 pawn to just play rook e1 and sacrifices on a6. Then white played this queen e2 and sacrifices this a2 pawn to sacrifice the rook again on a7. So this rook has his point in this game is he has to give this rook for the attack. He wants to give it, and now black has not many options, because okay, just playing the knight is not an option, because simply bishop f4 check, and the rook takes d7, and everything is falling apart. So moving the king to the back rank is probably not an option also, because white has also this check, and now you must play the king ahead, and now this is check, and I'm just taking on e8, and everything is very bad again for black. So he just take the rook, and of course connects these rooks, but check king b6, and now check, and now king a6, and now the king is black is an exchange up, but the king is not very well placed on e6. He has some problems, and of course one of them they started with now rook a3, and with the direct threat of rook a3, winning the queen once more, and have real chances of getting black's king mated. So here black just check here, and queen a5 check, thinking that okay, I have some maybe some chances here of saving somehow the position, because I will have this knight e5 that is going to trap the queen and maybe controlling here some square, but this is already difficult, because white is playing with these three pieces, rook, queen and bishop against the king, and the king is only has the queen to defend all these, because the rooks are not playing. Watch. Until now, he just doesn't move any of the rooks. So, and now he plays b4, and this knight e5 was all it was the move where black put all his coins and trying to save the game, because in this position maybe black even think that he can win, because now he's attacking the queen and he's attacking the pawn, and okay, maybe controlling the position and defending from all this kind of threats. But now the point was that black just have to face a very unpleasant move by white. White just played this fantastic rook a3, and now it is threatening rook takes e5 mate, and now the point is that this this is mate. So this is the point for sure. And here it's very difficult because now the black queen is lost, and 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 is lost, and not with the two rooks. So he can changing earlier by two rooks, and now he's just taking this queen, and white has a piece up comparing with the early changes that can be possible with in the opening, like we have seen in rook d1 these changes. So, and here was this rook a3 was quite I think one of the best moves that we have seen in the tournament. Of course, it's going the attack of white, but it's the unexpected because this knight b5, and I think after this, so what options can black have? Because any move that blacks do, just the rook a3 is coming. So, but maybe, of course, the point is that if you play something like this, I just can play this rook a5. That's same. So this is the problem, because if he takes the queen, it's just mate again. So, but maybe let's check something. Oh, of course, no, I was just looking at this, but because to pin the rook, but I hear if you don't attack the queen, I just take the queen, of course. So here there are not many options for black. So rook e3 is just threatening, and okay, knight e5, rook e3 is just taken. Now this b5 check, and the point is that he cannot even take with the pawn, trying to somehow playing some b6 and defending the king, or some knight b6 and knight a4, somehow defending, because queen takes its mate again. So he must take this position, he must take with the king, and now queen takes. And now there are some problems again, and the point is that these black squares are very difficult. Maybe black can try some b6 move in order just to control these black squares around here, and if white gets some check, he can try to go to the white squares. But there's a different kind of problems here. Maybe white can just take on c4, and the king is getting very dangerous. And now maybe the knight is coming to attack, and this mate is threatening. So here it's very difficult again. Okay, maybe he can just defend this, but of course this is winning position because he's gonna win another rook. But here, of course, maybe white just can play for some kind of mate. But okay, if he doesn't have that, it's simple, just win another rook and then return to the attacking position. So white black is just playing this e5. That of course is trying to again somehow hide the king there and trying to solve his problems, because if he has some time to bring the one rook into play, maybe he can manage to save the game. But the point is that white just playing this game brilliantly in this attack, and doesn't allow black to save the position, because now it came c4 and takes, and queen c5, and now the king is completely out of the security area. It's queen, bishop, king, and knight, all these four pieces against the sole king, and of course in This can only have one end. That is the point, the full point for white. So he just played this 92, and the last piece is going to attack. It's very interesting, this game. I like it a lot because you can see that white has just used all his pieces in the attack, and black will end the game with the rooks on the initial position without moving one rook and getting mate, like I told you, in this corner of the board. Of course, now is just bring the knight and is threatening some knight b4 check, and for sure this will be some mate. You just try knight b4, trying to control some important squares, but this is check. And now queen king a3. Okay, let's see what's happened. Maybe he can go to a4, but the problem is that after this queen b3 will be mate. So, and he has no option to avoid this. So here it just go to a3, and of course check here, and this check, oh, and knight c2 just wins the game because, okay, white wants to play here, and the point is that he was maybe some annoying with this check, and now he must go with the queen, and the point is that knight here and just here, and now just king c1, and the black will be mated on b2 or on b1 or whatever here in one of the squares. So this is a very fantastic attacking game where, of course, black has some some chances in the opening. He might have changing his queen, like here in this position. He must, for sure, better option is just to take the rook and take the two rooks, but it's a difficult attack. But even here and okay, here this king c7, like we said, we looked before, it's for sure a mistake that gives very some chances. This position here, this is a must take change for the black, and trying to hold these positions without queens, because without queens he has well, at least more better options to don't get mated, or a very difficult attack that he suffered under this circumstance. So here we are, a very interesting game. I hope you enjoyed it, and tomorrow we will have the penultimal, or no, the yes, tomorrow we'll have the eighth round of the European Championship. We have 2 rounds to go, and still no decision in neither of the tournaments. Let's see what happened, and thank you for watching. See you tomorrow.